Students, welcome to yet another session of the English class. This class is for class 8 students. Of course, we are meeting for the first time, and I wish everyone good health, and I hope everyone is safe at home, enjoying your time, though the situation is not really good. But then, while we are at home in a lockdown, let us spend some time with the books. That is very, very necessary, because soon after this situation is over, we'll have to get back to school and back to books. So while we are at home, let us utilize this time. And today I'm going to teach you a very, very simple topic that is related to grammar, and the topic is sentence. All of you must studied about sentence. You must be having at least some idea about sentence. You must have studied them when you were in class 5, 6, 7, and now you have come to a bigger class. We have to discuss this in detail. Not very much in detail, but at least to a certain extent. You must know what a sentence is, because if you know what a sentence is, you can write correct sentences in your articles, in your answers. It's very important. In fact, sentence is the basic, requirement for a student of English. It's the fundamental. It's the basic. So, I'll discuss as to what a sentence and what a phrase is. Before getting into sentence, you must know what a phrase and what a sentence is. You must know the difference. Look at the board here. I've written a word, that is bird. Now this is a single word. It does not have any meaning in it. Bird. But what kind of a bird? What is it doing? Is it flying, or is it perching itself on a tree? We don't know. Just a single word with no extra information. Therefore, it does not give you a complete meaning. I repeat, it does not give you a complete meaning. Look at the next word, a bird. Well, there are two words here, one article and a word, a bird. But even this has no meaning. It doesn't give you a complete meaning, a bird. What exactly is that bird doing? Any extra information? Nothing. The third one, it's a larger one, a bird in the sky. Now even this, if you look carefully, does not give you a complete meaning. A bird in the sky, but what is the bird doing in the sky? Is it hovering, or is it kind of flying, or it is gliding down? No information. A bird in the sky. So even this may be a group of words, but it doesn't give a complete meaning, and therefore this cannot be considered as a sentence. Look at the last one. A bird flies in the sky. I repeat, a bird flies in the sky. Now if you look at this sentence carefully, it has a subject, it has a verb, it has a complement. So all of them put together gives you a complete meaning, a perfect meaning, so to say. So the sentence, the last one, gives you a complete meaning. It is a group of words. It is a group of words, but it gives you a complete meaning, and therefore you can call this as a sentence. The first one is not a sentence because there is no complete meaning. The second one is the same, incomplete. The third one is a group of words, but still it does not give you a complete meaning. But the last one, a bird flies in the sky, it gives you a complete meaning. So, we understand, or we learn one thing from this. And what is that? A group of words which makes a complete sense is called a sentence. So, what is required? A group of words is required, but not just a group of words, but those group of words, or that group of words, should give you a complete sense. Only then it is a sentence. This is the definition for a sentence. I hope it's clear. You are with me so far, I believe. Now, let us come to this point. A sentence usually has a verb and a subject. Now look at this one, a bird flies in the sky. Where exactly is the subject? The bird, a bird. That is the most important part of the sentence, without which the sentence will have no meaning. Therefore, a bird is the subject of the sentence. Okay. What comes after the word a bird? Flies. Now, flies is an action. Obviously, it is a verb. So, a subject followed by a verb. So, we understand one thing from this. A sentence has to have a subject. And a sentence also has to have a verb. And what comes after that may give you an extra information. Now you see, in the sky, it is a phrase, but it is attached to a bird flies. The first part of the sentence. So, a bird flies in the sky has a subject which is the bird and flies which is a verb and a complement to complete the sentence. Now, sometimes a subject may be at the end of the sentence. Usually, the subject comes in the beginning of a sentence, but rarely. There are some exceptional sentences, especially in poetry, in the plays. You will find the subject placed at the end. Now, look at this sentence. You'll have some idea now. Down came the aeroplane. Well, down is an adverb. After that comes the verb. The aeroplane. What came down? The aeroplane came down. And the most important part of this sentence is the aeroplane. Aeroplane is the subject and the subject comes at the end. So, we learn another important point. The second point is that the subject may be placed at the end of a sentence, not necessarily at the beginning. So, usually a subject is placed in the beginning of the sentence, but it can also be at the end of a sentence and it can give you a perfect and a complete meaning. I hope it is clear so far. Now, we come to the second part. The second part is the kinds of sentences. Now, when you go to a market to buy vegetables, you find lots of vegetables. You find carrot, beans, cabbage, okay, and brinjal, many other kinds. All of them are vegetables, but still they can be named. They are different kinds. But all of them have a common name, and the common name is vegetable. That is all. In the same manner, you have kinds of sentences. Sentence is a general term, but when you divide them, you can generally divide them into 4. How many kinds? 4 kinds. As you see here, number 1 is an assertive sentence. What do you mean by an assertive sentence? It is just an information. It gives you a piece of information. I live in Godda. So that gives you an information. I am learning grammar now. That gives you an information. The bird flies in the sky. That gives you an information. So it is a kind of statement. A kind of statement. So any sentence which gives you an information, any sentence which gives you a statement is known as an assertive sentence. This can also be called as declarative. We have 2 names. One is the assertive and the other one is the declarative. But the main point to be noted is it will give you only an information or a statement. I am not going to school today. Statement. But it has not with it. The second one is an imperative sentence. What do you mean by imperative? It gives you a command. It gives you an instruction. It makes a request. For example, stand up. Now the teacher tells the student, stand up. So that is a command given by the teacher. And that sentence, which has a command, comes under the imperative category. It can also include a request. For example, please give me your book. May I have your pen? Please sit down. So it is a request. So an imperative sentence can issue a command. It can give you or it can make a request. An order. For example, in the army, the captain gives an order or a command, you can say. Attention. It's a single word. Sometimes remember, a single word can also make a complete meaning. Attention, which means he's talking to the people who is in front of him, the soldiers obviously. So, an order. Bring me that book immediately. That's an order. So, an order, a request, a command. All these three things come under the imperative sentence. I hope it's clear. Now comes the third one, that is an interrogative sentence. What do you mean by interrogative? Question. Simple. How are you? That's a simple question. So that question can come under the interrogative category. So, do you like apples? Do you like ice cream? Do you come to school every day? All these are questions. There are two kinds of questions, the WH question and the verbal question. Both questions come under the interrogative sentence. So remember, an interrogative sentence will definitely have a question attached to it. It is a question. You remember it that way. And then finally we come to the exclamatory sentence. This is very, very different from the rest in the sense it is a sentence which gives you a strange feeling. For example, alas, India has lost the match, cricket match. Alas. So we use some strange words, interjections. We call them as interjections. Alas. It gives you a sad feeling. So a sentence which has a strange feeling. How stupid you are. I'm getting angry or irritated or disgusted. And I call somebody, how stupid you are. Strange feeling. Wow, that is a beautiful scene. What a beautiful rose. What a picture. What a tall building it is. How nice or how pleasant the weather is today. These are sentences with interjections explaining a strange feeling. So any sentence which gives you a strange feeling is an exclamatory sentence. Now to wind up, let's come back to the definition of a sentence. A sentence is a group of words which gives you a complete meaning. It has to have a complete meaning. A sentence can be divided into four kinds, namely assertive sentence, which gives you a piece of information, makes a statement. Imperative sentence, which includes a command, order, request. An interrogative sentence, which gives you a question. And an exclamatory sentence, which has a strange feeling in it with an interjection. And remember, a subject may also be placed or come at the end of a sentence. And as you discuss the sentence, you must also know what a phrase is. A phrase is a group of words which do not make a complete sense. And as you see here, a phrase can be used in a sentence to give a complete meaning. For example, in the east. In the east is a phrase. But how does this phrase become meaningful? The sun rises in the east. So you put a subject and then you put a verb and then the phrase. So the phrase gets a complete meaning. Phrases by themselves do not make any complete meaning. So I hope I must have given you a clear picture. And there are many other details related to this. We shall discuss in the class as soon as the school opens. Till then, take care and goodbye.